As you know, the US is the top incarcerator in the world. And black and brown people are overwhelmingly overrepresented in our incarceration system. So we gotta ask ourselves, why are so many black and brown people locked up? Yo, but before I jump in, I gotta put a disclaimer on this video. This complex topic can't fully be covered or explained in a video this short. Now I'm leaving a lot of reasons out and a lot of nuance out just because I wanna keep this thing digestible. Also, it might be easy for people to go straight to the camps and defend their viewpoints no matter what. And I'm talking about super conservative folks and super liberal folks. You gotta remember, prison reform is a bipartisan topic, so chill. I've seen many people's minds change about this topic simply because they were willing to grow, willing to listen, and actually wanted to find the truth so they could make a change. Be like them. They live peaceful lives. That's dope. So let's get to it. Here are 3 of the many reasons why there are so many black and brown people locked up. First, black and brown communities are overpoliced. When it comes to comparing black communities to white communities, plenty of research has shown that black folk and white folk tend to commit the same level of crime. But when we believe that there's more crime, we police more. And when we police more, we find more crime. And when we find more crime, it justifies more policing. This is a sad, vicious cycle, and it's been happening for a long time. At the end of the day, you'll find lawbreakers wherever you look for them. Next, we've manufactured the largest immigrant detention system in the world. There are at least a couple hundred immigrant detention centers in the US, and about 70% of them are operated by private companies. And these detention centers hold about 50,000 people on any given day, most of whom are Hispanic. Even though the overall number of undocumented immigrants in our country has declined since 2007, we're still trying to figure out what to do with these folks in these immigrant prisons. Last, our law enforcement and criminal justice systems are often racist. And I'm not just talking about the blatant racism. I mean, that clearly exists. I'm talking about the more insidious form of racism. One where we let fear of the unknown form our stereotypes and our expectations of people who are different from us or poorer than us, and then let that justify our actions towards them and the policies we use to govern them. From Nixon's war on crime, to Reagan's war on drugs, to Clinton's mandatory minimums and 3-strike rules, all the way to the following administration's tough on immigration policies. Policies were manufactured by and are perpetuating racist ideologies, the results of which are showing up very clearly in our prison population. Alright, so we're done with the 3 things. Now I just want to give you some quick notes that I found during this research and from my experience that I thought might be interesting to put on your mind. So when I talk about racism, I'm also talking about how black people and brown people are racist towards black people and brown people. Because that sort of racism exists. And that's why we can't rely on certain changes like diversifying our police force to be the cure-all to all of our ills. Another note when it comes to black and brown folks, Native Americans aren't excluded or immune from being overrepresented in our prison population. While Native Americans make up a little more than 1% of our overall population, they make up more than 2% of the prison population. And a final note when it comes to reporting these statistics. When the Federal Bureau of Prisons reports the population of their prisons by race, here's what they give us. 1.5% Asian, 2.3% Native American, 37.9% black, even though black Americans are only about 13% of our country's population, and 58.3% white. Did you notice a population missing? That's right, Hispanics. For their reporting, they lump the Hispanic population in with the white population. Then they break down the white population by ethnicity of Hispanic and non-Hispanic. So of the 58.3% of the white population in our federal prison system, they report that 31.4% of them are Hispanic. So what sort of changes do you think we need to make to our criminal justice system to make it more fair, more just? Let me know in the comments below.